Hey everybody. Uh I just want to make another discussion video. Something that it's been like okay, in the past 24 hours, I saw this whole Vanity Fair put out this thing with Pedro Pascal, and of course the Fantastic Four movie's coming up pretty soon. And of course they're doing promos, but they've been doing promos for weeks now, but I'm just like something about Pedro Pascal is reached to a point from because I never felt this way for an actor before, but when we first like saw the guy, he's been in a couple of things early on that he wasn't really a name yet, but he was in that the Kingsman sequel. He was that guy in Game of Thrones that got killed by the mountain, and then eventually he got on to become uh the main guy for the Mandalorian, which he did very well. And it's like, oh, that's where he really made a name for himself. And at that point, I was like, oh, Pedro Pascal, pretty good, actor. It's like, yeah, he seems all right kind of guy. But at a certain point, it's starting to reach in towards indifference for me because it's like his personal, like his personal stuff is whatever. But it's just like now it's like I think it's around maybe like getting towards season 3 of Mandalorian, it starts to become like indifference to him. But now, very recently, it's reached to a point of grating on my nerves. And I don't really believe or even use the word or throw around the word psyops like that. But in this case, I can't help but feel there's some kind of psyops going on where this guy is being unnecessarily pushed in all of our faces where it does not feel earned or legitimate, organic in any kind of way. I know it's like a thing when it's like a hot new kind of actor that's on the rise, because it was like that with like Kevin Hart, because he was like constantly freaking everywhere too. It kind of got on your nerves. And I know actors, they will, if they get an offer for all these different type of roles, I'm not hate on the fact that they're gonna take the paycheck. Why wouldn't they? But I also think that they should be a lot more smart about it. Like Kihi Kwan, ever since Everywhere All at Once, his popularity perked up really quick. However, he, I think, did it very smart. He, even though like there's certain stuff he was in, movie didn't like there was that rom-com movie he was in, like rom-com action movie he was in, fairly recently around like Valentine's Day or something. I don't think it did very well in the box office, but I respected the fact that at least he isn't shoved in everybody's faces in every little project they offer him. Uh, he just chooses what projects he believes he is a good fit for. I think that is like a smarter, responsible play. Right now, Pedro Pascal is just being shoved into every little thing. Now, this 50-year-old man is being known as Zaddy, and it was like a thing with SNL, like over it was like a year ago or 2 years ago, where he's just like looked at as like this poster boy for today's positive masculinity, and it's like this guy who, like, I got some videos I'm gonna show because this guy is just like weird. And not only the fact that he's trading jabs back and forth with J.K. Rowling because she has her own personal takes on transgenders being put into women's spaces, and he has like a sibling who's trans, and there's like a back and forth where nobody just can't like, let a person believe what they want to believe, but you gotta be on social media to show what an ally you are and blah blah blah. It's kind of annoying at this point. Just let J.K. Rowling believe what she wants to believe. It's not no skin off your bones. Like, not everybody agrees with everything that everybody does, or everybody believes, I should say. But I gotta show you guys this because this dude is weird. This is Vanity Fair.
The
thing.
Fantastic Four are going to be a massive fixture.
Where's the volume? Oh, there it is. It's like, sorry. Let's go to this video. This Vanity Fair thing. Look at this. What the hell is this? Hold on. Play it one more time. Vanity Fair. What the hell? It's like you just got a bunch of people touching all over his head and face, and he's leering at you. It's like, so weird. And then it's like, what was this thing with like Vanessa Kirby, where he constantly had to touch her because he got some kind of anxiety or something? Like, honestly, it was like, look at it. What the hell? Anybody else? If it was anybody else, unless you literally have some kind of mental thing going on that everybody knows, and that might be different. But it seems like, a sensible guy, he's suffering from some type of mental illness. So I was like, you can't like stand in a room with your fellow actors and co-workers and just sit still, and you need, like, this is supposed to be like a representative of masculinity, that you constantly need like Vanessa Kirby to hold your hand every time you're on some kind of press tour, like an 8-year-old looking for his mom. It's like, it's weird. This guy's so weird. I really don't want to be the one to say, like, talk crap needlessly about this guy, but it's just, I'm sorry, it's just, it's something that's rubbing me the wrong way with this guy. And it's like, God, it's like, nobody can be just normal. And I think they pushing this guy so hard because he's safe. Because he toes the company line way too hard, in my personal opinion. Whereas, like, he gets more, people, unlike someone like Gina Carano, who thinks for herself, or anybody who might just think for themselves or have their own particular opinion that might be different from whatever Hollywood, thinks is like a safe bet. No controversy, because it's like, he's down for every little activism known to man. It's like, it's just like, I don't know. He's not threatening in any kind of way. He's safe. The whole yes sir, yes ma'am, whatever you want, whatever like gets me more gigs, I won't cause any ruckus. Like, the way to go is everything is about like the trans flag. Party and lick like a little popsicle with like rainbow colored popsicle. It's like, what was it? What was that thing? It was so weird. There was another one here. Hold on. It's another weird thing he did. What was it? So I'm gonna get to the point. I think this is after that the Last of Us, like, after party or something after season 2 ended. Was it season 2? Yeah, I was like, what's this? I was like, what? It's like, is this supposed to be like? Because I'm not saying like you need to have some super chat broy me head, but this needs to be a happy medium between that and this. Like something like, I don't know, Henry Cavill seems like a happy medium between meathead asshole and this cuckold, pandery, worm. This must be the Mandalorian, like a classic Western, like, stoic guy, and you got Pedro Pascal playing him. Now people just not feeling too bad. He got killed off in like Game of Thrones because it's like, yeah, this dude is like he comes across as weird, and it seems like he overcompensates. And there's a few people out there who's kind of concerned with all this showiness he's doing, that he's trying to, I don't know, cover his bases so that way, because there might be some kind of accusation down the line that might come up. Like, I'm gonna do all the penalty stuff that I can, so if something hits the fan 5-10 years down the line, I got people who's gonna probably watch my back or something like that, because I, is giving like a ritualistic punishment or something like that, just to get ahead. And it's like, you look at someone like Henry Cavill or Michael B. Jordan. Those, like, I say, are, you looking for like positive masculinity, those guys are that, where they don't need to be out doing all this extra stuff. It's be normal and just like, do a regular Vanity Fair photo shoot. You don't need to be having like on in your face like this all and just looking in the camera. It's so weird. And licking, rainbow sticks. It's like, why all of that? You don't need to do all this stuff. It's like, you can believe where you want to believe. That's fine and dandy. But this extra stuff on top of all that is completely unnecessary. It's given try hard. And it's like, it's giving cuckold. It's giving like, you're willing to get railed in the behind just to get more projects. So it's giving all that stuff. It's like, just like I said, you don't need to be a meathead, but just be like a guy. It's like a normal guy, just picking your projects. The whatever that works for you, not just everything under the blue moon. Like you pick projects that you believe in, and like Henry Cavill, he picks his projects. You can't control what works or what doesn't. But by and large, people enjoy Henry Cavill. He seems like just a normal, nice guy. He works out. He works on his hard drive. He plays, Warhammer. He cooks steak. He takes care of his, family at home. He just chill. Same thing like Michael B. Jordan, because like I use those two as like a good prime example of like good, male role models who has that rugged look, who is just normal guys that just is just sensible. You don't even know their politics or anything like that. They're just like, they don't need to do all this pandering showbooty stuff. Like, I'm just me. I like my job. I go do my acting stuff, and then I go home, chill. Like I just do my thing. It's like why can't like just like be that? All this seems so like weird, and what is wrong with him? What is wrong with Pedro Pascal? Seriously, it's just like, I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. It's like I don't want to talk just crap about this guy, but you can't help but get the sense of something behind the scenes that is overplaying their hands to really push this guy as like, this is something women want. And I think it's some females behind the scenes in these particular spaces in Hollywood is trying to shove him, like trying to make other women believe this is what they want in terms of a positive masculinity, is what you want in a man. And I honestly believe that most guys can knock out Pedro Pascal in one punch. Because this dude is like, I don't know, man. It's just, he doesn't give like, just any type of masculinity, negative or positive. He just seems like there. He's just there. And honestly, I think more women because women think like, it's like a whole thing where it's like, okay, you want your gay best friend to be your husband or something like that, where he's not threatening and he'll let you do whatever you want with no pushback, and you just like, have no boundaries set before yourself by him, where it just seems like, oh, that's what you want. No. And people and the girls out there is like, where's all the man at and stuff like that. Well, you got Hollywood kind of pushing them out for the most part, not all the time, but there's a few stragglers here and there. But by and large, they pushing in the zeitgeist these type of guys like Pedro Pascal, or to a lesser degree like Timothy Chalamet. I think I don't have no issue with Timothy Chalamet. He seems like a decent dude, but it just seems like, it's like you look back at like male figures back in like the 80s and the 90s, where they're rugged, masculine dude. It's like you look at someone like Sylvester Stallone, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, like just Chuck Norris. It's like I don't know, Michael Jordan. It's like, men that don't take no gruff from no fucking body, that has respect for themselves, clear boundaries that they won't deviate from, that tells you what's what, things that women will find attractive, and not what certain women who got chip on their shoulders think that you should be saying like, oh, that's toxic. Like, oh, you shouldn't respect men like that, who has respect for themselves and has boundaries and they hold you to a standard. Somebody like Pedro Pascal, I don't see hold any kind of woman to any type of standard. He just be like a complete doormat. And it's like, oh my God, this is insane. This is what you think men. This is what you think men should be. This guy, who like don't have any kind of like, he goes tit for tat arguing with another woman on the internet for her beliefs, instead of just letting it go. It's like, let her believe what she want to believe, because it's not like a big. Ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a big deal. and it's like, oh my god, this is like just weakness. I mean, I'm I can't be the only one that kind of notices kind of off about this. And I mean with him personally, it was just like what's moving the pieces behind the scenes to make it seem like this is any remotely okay on the other end of the spectrum. Like I said, there's gotta be a happy medium between meathead a-hole and this doormat. Like I said, like I gave good examples of happy mediums where you got like Henry Cavill, Michael B. Jordan. Those, at least by today's standards, should be what masculine frame of the late 2020s. Like those guys. Michael B. Jordan or Henry Cavill don't need to be on some kind of DJ stage licking rainbow pops. They don't need to do any of that crap. Why would they? They don't need to be all up on Twitter arguing with some writer about whatever beliefs they choose to have. They just keep themselves, handling their own business. They got their own lives. I was like, instead of worrying about, the chosen beliefs of other people. Unless they actively doing something physical towards somebody else, that's a whole nother story. I don't agree with everything everybody agrees with. Like, I like Bill Maher. I like, Piers Morgan. I listen to them often, but I don't agree with everything they say. Because nobody agrees with everything 100% of everybody. It's impossible. Unless you're that kind of, like a sheep where you're just following wherever thing because that's the, what you think is like the norm or we gotta agree with this because we want to be on the right side of history. So we want to agree with everything that this person say, and if anybody chooses to argue with any points out of that side of things, oh, you're it's or a phobe. I don't want to talk to you ever, period, because you don't think this the way I think this, and how all of us think this. It's like that is not how you move forward. We need to be able to disagree and have like a reasonable conversation about it, and walk away clean. It's like I don't expect anybody to agree with me 100% of this stuff. Like I had like a friend of mine that doesn't like Nicolas Cage. I love Nicolas Cage. And you know what? That's all fine and dandy. It's like, hey, like, we had a difference of opinion. You just like broaden that a bit. It's like, oh, wow, you don't believe trans people needs to be in women's spaces? This guy, says the opposite. Can't have they're 50 and 60 years old adult people, and they can't have like a reasonable conversation. They gotta throw jabs at each other. It's like, grow the hell up. You're in the AARP stage in your lives and you're arguing like teenagers. But it's just like, I don't know. Long short of it is, in conclusion, I think Pedro Pascal needs to I think Hollywood in general should put the guy to the side for a while. Okay, he's been in too much crap, and the fact that you think this guy's gonna be I think they tried to push him so hard because since Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday is coming up, this guy got beat like the one of the main leads of it all. So they got to make sure he's front and center of every little thing, so people got to get used to him. So they can believe this is a man and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's not working at all. And there's shills online that's you can like the guy all you want, but you cannot deny the fact that this guy is being pushed in a certain way that seems so inorganic, and he's doing all these extra stuff that seems so unnecessary. You can say it's all for, you know, for the lulz, but just objectively speaking, do you think this is like needed? Honestly, like, do you see like I don't know, do you see Keanu Reeves doing all this kind of crap? Do you see like William Dafoe doing this? Jimmy Fox doing any of this stuff? No, you don't need to do all this stuff. Promoting a movie or a TV show is one thing. Like, there's a fun way of doing this. Like, I remember in when they was promoting Marvel Civil War, you got like, Chris Evans in America, because he's Captain America. He's like doing his promo. You look it up online. It was like a fun little promo. And you got, RDJ over in Paris, and there's like, this little fun little jazz with each other because they're on opposing sides. That was like a fun way of promoting a project. But not one of them need to do all the stuff that it's like. Do you see like RDJ getting, filled up on his face by different hands, and they all gotta be different races too? It's like, it's so pandery and cringy. It's like unnecessary. Hell, I believe RDJ is like a pinnacle of masculinity more so than Pedro Pascal by leaps and bounds. God, this guy is giving off just weird vibes in my opinion, and it's like I don't understand why people are not. There's some people are seeing things that way, but the bulk of this of the population, and I think more so in LA, they're just down the clown with this guy, and it's like I think it's because he's just a safe bet. They don't want to take any risks. He just down for anything. He'll listen to anything. He won't give any kind of pushback. He'll go and lick all the rainbow pop sticks that we can muster up in this country just to stay relevant, just to make sure he doesn't lose any kind of jobs. He has zero respect for himself. It's harsh. You don't have to agree, but it's just my opinion. That's how I'm viewing it. He's putting it out there for me and other people to criticize out the wazoo. So that's just my thoughts. I think this is so weird. All of it is just weird. Anyway, just if you're an actor, have some dignity about yourself. You don't have to. I know you want to make sure you get more roles. If you're good at a job, there will be roles. Just pick smart roles. It's like Keanu Reeves, Michael B. Jordan, Henry Cavill, RDJ. They're not going into every little thing that's offered to them. Pick smartly, and you don't have to told the company line so doggone much. Just like, just be just yourselves. Just be you. Anyway, I will see you guys in a little bit for some more reaction videos, and take care, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.